How is everybody doing today? Oh, this is going to be a short video. Most of y'all is probably going to know how to do this. I'm hoping there's going to be a few people that I can help. Maybe they don't even know it can be done. So what I'm going to show you, and I'm going to provide part numbers and explanations of how to do it as I go along and do it. Because this is the 290, the Stihl MS 290 Friday the 13th saw. So I've already went ahead and done the liberty of taking the taps out that holds the pole start on. Disregard that. So here's the pole start. I'll zoom in a little bit here. So if we turn this around, get it up here, hopefully where you can all see. So when I pull the rope, right here, you see one dog coming out. So that one dog is the only thing catching the inside of the flywheel right here. That dog goes down in the center of this flywheel, and there's little latches or teeth or catches, whatever you want to call them. And when you pull this rope, that dog comes out, catches one of them, and that's what engages and then turns the flywheel over. It works, okay? But I don't like just the one dog system. I prefer two. So you can buy parts and you can convert most of them into a two dog. If your rope rotor, this is called a rope rotor, that's what the rope actually wraps around. If it has two little holes, one right there and one right here that the dog set down into, the only thing you're going to need to buy is a dog and a retainer spring. If your rotor does not have a place for two dogs to set in, then you're also going to have to purchase a rotor that has the two holes. So right now, I'll try to put these in the video also at the end. But you got the pawl. You'll need at least one of them. I prefer two, but one will do you. And then you'll need the second spring. Yeah, the second spring, the number 12. You'll need the number 12 spring because that's made for double pawls. The top spring right here is just made for a single pawl. So you'll want to make sure you buy the one made for double pawls. And if your rope rotor is not made for double pawls, then you'll also need a rope rotor. So it's relatively easy to do. Once you get it removed, get yourself just a small screwdriver. So I'll back up here just a little bit. Here's a pawl. Right there, that's one of the pawls. It is a different color than what's in there, but I'm not worried about that. And here's your spring. That's what retains them and also causes the pawls to come out when you pull it. These springs go on a specific way, so when you're taking it apart, take note of how your existing spring is actually on the center spindle. So you want to put the new spring on oriented the same direction. Otherwise the pawls will pull in when you're pulling the rope. So all you have to do is just remove your spring, and that's pretty easy. That's the old spring right here. See, it's just a single compared to the double. Set it off to the side. Make sure you don't lose your little washer. Sits right down on top of your rotor. And like I said, If you want to replace both pawls, now's the time to do it. They only go in one way. They just set in there, opposite sides of each other. Set the new one in there. Take your new spring. You're going to latch it. This is going to be kind of hard to show, but you're going to kind of latch the shorter end over one of the posts. So let me pull this back out to show you. You got a big post and a little post. The big post sets down inside the rotor. The little posts stick up, and that's what the spring's attached to operate the pawls when you're pulling on it. So you're going to take the spring with the small side. See, this is kind of the smaller side compared to this side. That's how I see it. And you're going to set it down over the post. This, I'm just picking the black one here. And then you're just going to kind of hold that in place on the post and get your spring down underneath. There's a little inset in that center spindle. Get it over this post here, and then just go ahead and snap it right on home. I hope you all caught that. I'll tell you what, I'll just do it again just in case. Make sure your washer's in place. Let me run this out just a bit. Oh, wrong way. So take what I call the small end, lay it over the small post on one of the pawls, kind of go up and over while you're pushing down on the center. This is how it should look right there. And then as you're holding it there, take the other end and just kind of snap it into place. Make sure that it's on both sides on the small pins, and then give it a little pull and see how it expands the pawls when you pull it. There you go. We'll go ahead and put this back on real fast. Something that I kind of like to do, and I didn't do this when I put this all together. Is it necessary? Is it not? It's not really necessary, but I like to lock tight my threads, even in plastic. Especially if you've had them in and out several times, because they will start to get loose. And I have seen them vibrate loose. So we'll pull this back here a little bit where I can get to it. Run you guys back out a little bit, readjust you just a tad. Now I won't tighten these all the way down tight at the moment. I'll get a couple opposing corners snug. And then I like to just pull to where it's just starting to pull it over, and then hold it, and then tighten the other side till it's snug. Come back, hit that one again. What that does is that sets this pull start center to the flywheel. And then snug down the other two. Then come back and then just give them a little set. Remember, you're in plastic here. so it doesn't need to be Paul Bunyan tight. There we go. And that's all it takes. So I hope this helps somebody, especially somebody who didn't know how to do it or maybe wasn't sure how to do it. But that's all there is to it, and it's that easy. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.